If you are interested in the data science or machine learning, here's something you must know. Almost 80% of your ML success does not come from the model, it comes from the data. And the tool that makes the entire process effortless is Pandas. Think about it. Every successful ML model starts with a clean, structured, and well prepared data. Pandas is a library that turns a messy data into meaningful insight in minutes. Whether it's filtering or cleaning or transforming or exploring datasets. Pandas is the backbone of every scientist workflow. So if you want to build a strong ML models, understand your data better, and they work smarter instead of harder, you are in the right place. Let's jump into the world of Pandas and unlock the power behind the real data science. Let's start the video. So introduction to Pandas. So Pandas is an open source library. Pandas is an open source. We can access at the free of cost. Okay. So in Python there is a lots of libraries. Okay, like in Pandas, NumPy, TensorFlow, PyTorch. There is a lots of free libraries. It can be open source to anyone. Okay. So next, it built for the data manipulation and analysis. Okay, like we want to analyze something in data. Okay, it can provide some manipulation task also. Okay, next it works well for the structured data. Here the structured data defines the tables and csv or excel. Okay, like it contains rows and columns. Okay, like a structured format. Okay, so next it builds on the top of the numpy. Okay, we already know that numpy is an array based library. It provides a faster computation of a array. Okay, so it similar arrays contains a similar data types. Okay, like that the pandas pair work. Okay, so next, why we use a numpy? Okay, there is a lots of things where, but why we need to use them? Okay, it provides an easy of use data structure. Okay, and it provides a simple syntax also. It provides a direct reading from the files also, like csv or excel sheets or database. Like that we want to no need to install or copy the data from this. Okay, so just we use this path to get a data, and writing also is simple with the use of a function, and it provides an efficient handling of a large data set. So in this data, there is a lots of things there. Like when we take a example spreadsheet, okay, the example spreadsheet contain a lots of rows, like a lakhs and 10 lakhs. Okay, we want to efficiently manage these things. Okay, so next, handling the missing data. So once we take in a spreadsheet, there could be impossible of missing data. Okay, we need to clean them. Okay, so that's also then Panda supports. So for example, I take the sample spreadsheet. Okay, here the contain a email and first name and last name and title and phone number organization. Okay, this is the basic format of a Excel sheet. Okay, so next we will see key features of Pandas. So it provides a series and data frames. This series and data frames provides an important. Okay, because the series is an column and data frame provides an data for this. Okay, the data frame is nothing but it contains rows and columns. Next, fast indexing and filtering. Here the fast indexing provides an indexing. We can access them using an index also. Okay, and filter the records based on the conditions. Okay, this could be impossible in Pandas. Next, group by operation in databases. We want to group a gender based or department based. Okay, like that operation we can perform. Okay, so that functionality is bring to the pandas. Okay, so next, data cleaning and transformation. So yes, the pandas allows an data cleaning and transformation functions also. Okay, this could be an useful. Okay, and it also supports a time series. So here the time series simply defines the data is collected over a time. Okay, or a specific interval. Okay, like example temperature data or stock analysis we can easily perform using the pandas library. Okay, so next, series. What is meant by a series? In the one dimensional data, so the series is nothing but one dimensional data, like a list or array with a label. We know Python has a list. There is a sequence of data, or it's a continuous memory allocation, like that, a continuous or sequence of values. So it can also store the integers or string and float anytime. So it comes with the index for each element. We already know that array has an element start from the index 0, so we can directly access them. So like that the pandas also support them. So think of like a labeled column. Here the labeled column defines the series. Okay, so the series is nothing but column. Okay, there could be a labeled. Okay, it can be an accessible viewer index. So next we will see the data frame. So the data frame, real hero. Wow, what is in way real hero? Okay, so think of like a two-dimensional data. Okay, like when we consider in a array or matrix. Okay, in the max there is a matrix. It contains a rows and columns. Like that, the data frame act as a rows and columns. It has a rows and columns value. Okay, like a matrix. So think of like a Excel spreadsheet. So here the Excel spreadsheet is come from this. Excel spreadsheet have a rows and columns. Okay, like that the data frame have a rows and columns. Here the Excel spreadsheet is converted into the data frame format. Okay, for the efficient access using the programming language by the pandas. And each column is a series. Okay, so where in the data frame each column is treated as series. Okay, series of columns. And then next it provides a labeled row where the labeled mentions is it has something index value. Okay, for each rows there could be an index value, and it is easy for accessing the columns also. That provides a simple data frame and syntax for this accessing things. And next we will see where pandas is used, especially in data science, because data science deals with the machine learning and computer science and domain expertise. Okay, these are the things the data science include. Okay, so this data science in programming we want to include it, the pandas could be an useful to us. Okay, and next we use it in the machine learning. You already know machine learning is important for our day-to-day life also nowadays. Okay, so and then the machine learning has an data. Okay, before we use this model, that is okay, but before building this model, the data is most important. For this handling and pre-processing this data, the pandas could be used. And then next, it is used in the business intelligence, like we want to design a dashboard that provides an sales and analysis about the revenue generated. Okay, we want to make something about a data, okay, from the sales or revenue data. Like that, the pandas were mainly helpful to simplify our process. And then next, financial and stock analysis. So in this finance and stock analysis, we want to analyze the trend of a stock. Okay, that could be an possible. Okay, for predicting the something future moves. Okay, and the next we use in the web scraping and analytics. So here I am using the Spider-Man for the web scraping and crawling. Okay, this is both similar, but there is could be a similar difference in it. Okay, so the web scraping we use grab a data from the websites and we use it in the Python programming, like that, with the help of a pandas. So next, what are the data sources where pandas support? First one, CSV files. So the CSV file you already know. Okay, comma separated values. Okay, and then next, it also supports on Excel spreadsheets. So Excel spreadsheet have a multiple CSV files. And then next, it supports also SQL databases, where we can access the data from directly from the databases. Okay, we should not need to store in a separate file, just we pass the DB file, that's all. And then next, JSON. So in this pandas, the JSON is important. We also use in the Python programming also for this creating of data frame manually. Instead we have a CSV file, we do not want to create a data frame, but we cannot want a CSV file. So but it need of a data frame, we want to manually create or manipulate this CSV file or in your own format. That time the JSON file could be used. And then next, it supports a web API and clipboard data. So here the clipboard data means it contain once we copy the data. Okay, that should directly include in this. Okay, we do not have to paste and declare a variable. Okay, like that, we just use the clipboard data. Okay, and web API. So APIs like weather API or stock trends API. Okay, so we can directly input that API in the code. We do not want to save this data. Okay, so it provides a real time communication and real-time viewing of data is possible by this support. And then data analysis workflow. So this could be an important, okay. For analyzing the data there could be an five possibles, okay. First one, import the data. So import the data means it can be imported from the any sources file, like databases or excel spreadsheets or csv files or websites. So there could be an vast of data can be imported. And then next, inspect about the data, okay. Inspect means we want to how many rows and columns in this spreadsheet or a csv file, okay, and what are the names and how the data could be and distributed in this terms, okay. Like that we want to inspect this data. And next, clean the data. So cleaning means there could be a possible of missing values in this, okay. We want to clean them, okay. We want to remove or match some values in it, okay. So that's why the cleaning the data is important. So next, transform the data. Here the transform means we want to normalize into a specialized scale, like a 0 to 1 or -1 to 1, like that. We want to range a small scale, okay, 0 to 1. And next, analysis and visual. For the analysis we want to analyze something pattern in it, okay. And visualize, we want to visually using the charts like a scatter plot or bar plot to visually data plans in this. Next, real life example. First one, cleaning a messy survey data. Suppose we want take a survey of people, okay. So in a country there is lots of people, we want to survey about the data. In the surveying the data there could be possible of missing a phone number or address or initial of a person, okay, or date of birth of a person, okay. So we want to cleaning them, okay, clean them data to create a structured data for feeding to a model, okay. So next, we use in the analyzing sales report, okay. For the analyzing the sales report there could be a possible of patterns in it, okay. Like sales in a particular region can have a higher revenue units, okay. So like that we want to analyze the sales. So and then next, we use in the calculating stock trends, okay. So calculating the stocks is important for the future outcome. There could be an increasing or decreasing trends, okay, like that. So next, filtering. Filtering customer feedback, okay. So based on the customer feedback we want to split them, okay, like a good, very good, average, poor, like that we want to classify this, okay. And then next, merging multiple data sources. So most earlier I told to you, so Panda supports an multiple data source like a csv spreadsheets or databases or websites, like anything, okay. We simply collect all the data from the sources and easily we can merge and rewriting operation is also, okay. So here provide the visualization and transformation, okay. So what are the advantages of Pandas, okay. It provides a rich in functionality and integrate well with the other libraries like numpy or matplotlib or scikit-learn, okay. So it could be an super useful to us, okay. And it provides a greater documentation. In the Pandas there could be an greater documentation, okay, for the simple syntax, okay. And the community support also is help, like we we have a bug, okay. Then this community is in the community's support, there could be possible ways to solve this error, okay. And then it provides a user friendly. So what are the limitations of Pandas? Memory consumption, okay. So because a large dataset consumes more memory consumption, okay. So it is not ideal for the large datasets. And next, not the fastest for the extreme large operation. Like we want to add a large value, like we want to add some values in thousands of rows or 10,000 rows, okay, in a column. It provides an extreme large operation and slow for this, okay. So and then limited in parallel processing, okay. So compared to the Dask, here the comparison Dask is an another library for related, like same, but it is an Dask, okay. It is like a Pandas, okay. And it provides a limited parallel processing. Suppose we have a multiple number of data frames, okay. So here the multi parallel processing could be an What are the alternative to Pandas? First one, Dask. So it supports an parallel computing. Okay. And then next, it has a Polars. Okay. It supports a faster data frame library. Okay. So we can use the multiple data frames in fast. So and then next, Waze. Okay. It supports a optimized version of large out of core data. Okay. And we want to import a Pandas library. For importing a library, we want to use the import Pandas as PD. Okay. So this line will import a library in a programming.